Hi guys, I'm Rachel and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for everyone who has already subscribed, and if you haven't already, please hit the bell so that you know when I upload my videos, and always like, comment and share the videos. Help me grow here on this platform. So today I created this red smoky fall appropriate eye look for you guys. It's very dramatic. You don't have to take everything from it, but I felt like going all the way with it today. So if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned. So I already washed and moisturized my face, and I already primed my face off camera with the Wet n Wild face primer. So now I'm gonna go in with my MAC stroke cream on a flat foundation brush and apply this everywhere on the outside of my face. I'm not gonna go too in depth with my foundation and concealer and stuff routine because I just uploaded a video on that. So if you want to see a more in-depth my routine more in-depth, then you can check that video out. So now I'm going in with my SACHA Buttercup powder, and I'm just applying this on my puff and putting this everywhere on my face where I get oily. This is gonna act as a base for my oil. It's like I'm setting my primer, and I feel like this works best for me. It keeps my oils at bay as opposed to using a mattifying primer. But if you're someone who needs a mattifying primer, then you just go ahead and do that. Now, using my Real Techniques body sponge and my L'Oreal True Match foundation in W8, I'm gonna apply this all over my face. And I mentioned this foundation in my top 5 drugstore foundations, and I fell in love with this foundation. It's like I forgot how good it was. I'm like, why did I ever stop using it in the first place? But when you collect makeup like me, you kind of want to just try everything you have. So I fell back in love with it again, and here I am. I've been using it about a week now. Now for my highlight, I'm going in with my COLOURPOP concealer in number 36, and I'm applying this everywhere. I want to bring light back into my face, my chin, center of my nose, and my forehead. And your concealer should be 1 to 2 shades lighter than your foundation. It's all on your preference. I'm also going to use this concealer over my eyes because this is going to act as my base for my shadows later. Now I'm going in with my NYX powder foundation, and it's broken, shattered. That's why I cannot show it. But I'm putting some of this on a brush, and I'm going to set everywhere I just laid that concealer. I like doing this using a powder foundation first, because when I bake with the setting powder, it makes it smoother. It gives you more coverage and also gives you a brighter looking under eye. So I just did my eyebrow routine, so I will not incorporate it in the video. So I'll do my brows off camera and be right back. Boom! Brows are done. So now I'm going with my SACHA Buttercup powder, the same powder I used early on, and I'm using this puff and applying it everywhere I applied that powder foundation and my concealer, because now I'm about to bake. And I'm putting it everywhere I get oily, because it really does help my oils from not coming through that much. And when the oils do come through, it's a nice glow. And with whatever is left on my sponge, I'm just gonna pat this in everywhere else to just lock in that foundation and create a nice smooth canvas for when I go over top with my other products. I'm just gonna apply a little more powder here because I'm about to go in with my shadows, and this is gonna catch any fallouts that may occur, and it's gonna make it easy for me to dust it off and not ruin my foundation, since I do my foundation first. So let me explain what is baking or cooking a little bit for you. So your body is at a certain temperature, and when you apply the powder and leave it right there for a couple minutes or whatever the case might be, that temperature cannot come through. It's as if the powder is providing a barrier so that the temperature doesn't come through. So it's caught between the concealer and the powder, and it's like almost like if it's actually cooking it or baking it at that temperature to make it like bulletproof, so that your makeup can last and not get oily and slippy and greasy. I hope I explained that so that you can understand, or that it makes sense. At least it makes sense in my head. Oh, I don't know, maybe I just won't have it in the video. I may just cut it off all together because I don't know what I just explained for you. I'm just going to use a little bit of my this P. Louis eyeshadow base on my lids before I actually go in with any of the other products. I'm just going to use this brush and pat that in on my lid so that the colors can pop even more, because we are going in with reds and I want it to be very, very vibrant. So I did one eye off camera to save time and to not bore you. So I'm gonna go in with my Ruby Woo red lipstick because I want a red base. And yes, you can use your lipsticks as a base, as a blush, whatever. Makeup is about breaking the rules all the time. And I'm gonna apply this on my lids, very close to my crease, but not in my crease because I don't want it to be too high. I'm gonna actually blend that out with a brush. I'm using it straight from the tube because it's mine, you know. Reaching for my big ass Morphe 35A palette, Dare to Create. It is huge. Oh, let's see if we can get this in the shot. I am grabbing this color right here. It's a sort of, it's showing up more ready, but it's a sort of burgundy color. And I'm using my BH Cosmetics. It's a small blending brush. Taking a bit on the brush, and I'm going to start blending out this color, the cream color that I just laid. And I'm taking it all the way to the inner corner of my eyes. And I'm using a very small circular motions to blend out the product. And take your time with this because this is a process. You don't want to apply too much product at one time because it can be very difficult to blend out. So small amounts, like I always say, layering is key. Small amounts until you get the desired color payoff that you're looking for. Now that I have this is what I'm looking for. I am going in with the same color, but I am mixing it with a lighter shade like this to help diffuse it and blend it out even more. And to do that, I'm using my Morphe M411 blending brush. It's a big, and we're gonna start to blend the edges so it is not harsh. And again, I'm using very small circular motions to blend out this product. Now I am mixing this color and this color right here, different tones. One is darker than the other. So I'm mixing this too, and I'm applying it on my Morphe M433 brush, and I'm tapping this on the outer corner of my eyes, and then I'm going to be dragging it into my crease to add some depth and definition to the look. And I switch my brushes because this brush is shorter, it's denser, and it's flatter, so it's gonna get directly into my crease better than the other brush, so I can have more control over where I actually want the color to be. And again, I'm tapping the color in my outer corner and I'm dragging it into my crease, and I'm doing this until I get the payout that I'm looking for. Small circular motions, and I'm gently blending it into the first color that we laid down. Now I'm reaching for my M441 brush, the one that I started with, and I'm just gonna gently blend everything together so that everything is seamless. Now I'm going in with some translucent powder, and I'm gonna apply, I'm using a different brush, a different blending brush, and I'm gonna apply it right in the inner corners of my eyes right here, just to soften it a little bit. This is a trick you can use when you feel like you went crazy with your brows, with your shadows, which I obviously did. We're going crazy. Now I'm reaching for my ColourPop Super Shock Pressed Pigment in Not for the Eye area. That's exactly where I'm gonna put it, in the eye area. And this very tiny Real Techniques brush. The ColourPop pigments are sort of a very different formula, so I'm using a synthetic brush and very small to pick the product up. I feel like any brush does not pick the product up very well, so this brush works well for me. Definitely a synthetic brush to pick the product up. So when I get to the close to the outer corner of my eyes where I pack that color, I'm just gently blending the two colors together because I'm not bringing it all the way out. Just close enough because I want that definition in the outer corner. This is a very dramatic eyes, you guys. It takes time. So now that I have the color where I want it, I am reaching for this color right here. It's sort of a cranberry reddish color. Oh boy, this palette. Mostly to the center of my lid to get that extra pop of color. And be sure that you're always pressing the color in and not swiping, because this will give you the best color payout that you're looking for. Now I'm about to bronze my face, and I'm reaching for my Black Radiance Contour palette in medium dark. And I'm mixing these two shades right here on a big fluffy brush. Your contour should be 1 to 2 shades darker than your foundation. Now I'm reaching for a smaller Real Techniques contour brush, a smaller brush like this, and I'm just dipping into the darker shade of the two, and just on the edge of my brush, like this, tap off the excess. Make sure you're always tapping the excess off, and I'm just gonna focus it right here on my face and blend it into the other color, just to give a little more definition. Now reaching for my Ruby Kisses powder, I'm just gonna add a little contour to my nose. I'm just gonna clean my contour up a little bit, and that's a trick to use whenever you get messy with your contour. I'm just gonna add some powder right underneath that. Reaching for my popular BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm using this 4 colors right here. I'm just getting a mixture of all. Just swirl my brush in all 4 and apply that on my cheeks. Now let's complete the rest of my eyes. That is actually the way I do my makeup, you guys. I move from my face to my eyes that's just the routine that I use. And I'm just gonna go back in with these 2 colors that I use, mix them and apply them underneath my eyes. And I'm going in with a flatter definer brush. This is a Coastal Scent brush. I'm horrible doing my lashes, my bottom lashes on camera. Sorry, I apologize. I just want to be all up in my mirror, so I have to always remember, okay, you're on camera, smile. Look at my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm grabbing this shade right here. This one right here, it's sort of a pinky color. It's pretty. I think it's going to complement the look nicely. And I'm going to spritz my brush because I want the best color payout from this shadow. And I'm applying it in the inner corners of my eyes. Ooh, yes, baby. Now I want to add a wing to this look, and I'm using my flat eyeliner brush and my Morphe black gel liner. And I'm going to attempt to do this on camera. And there we have it. You guys, I know I didn't explain that wing properly, but I will do an in-depth video of how I do my wing liner eventually. And I'm using that same color, and I'm applying it into my waterline. Now I'm reaching for a champagne color from the palette on a brush, a flat definer brush like this, and I'm gonna highlight my brow bones. And blend it into that shadow. This is a very dramatic eyes, as you can see. You don't have to do all that, but I'm like, it's either you go hard or you go home. So I don't want to go home. I'm already home. So I'm using my natural finish setting spray from Wet n Wild. I'm gonna set my face, set everything in to get rid of all the powders and have my face just look like my face is supposed to look. This is the way my face looks, you guys, when I douse myself in setting spray. It's wet because I want it to look like this. I want it to be wet. While my face dries, I'm just gonna apply some Maybelline Big Shot mascara to my lashes. Alright, reaching for my LOREAL highlighter in Gilded Honey. I'm swirling my Morphe M501 brush in that, and I'm gonna damp it with my setting spray and apply it to the tops of my cheekbones, like here, and bring it all the way on the corners of my temples. Now I'm going in with a very small pencil brush because I want to get very precise with my nose, and I'm just gonna apply this right here to the center of my nose to give me the illusion of a slimmer nose. Yes, who doesn't want a slimmer nose? And a little of it on my cupid bow. Now it's time for lashes, and I'm using my Kiss So Wispy number 7. I'm going very dramatic today with the lashes. Hella dramatic. Ooh. I personally am not a fan of dramatic lashes. I like lashes that are more wispy because I do not use lashes on a regular. I really don't. I just use my mascaras and bounce. I will, however, have an in-depth tutorial, it's coming, you guys, of how I apply my lashes. I'm gonna do it for the tube. The YouTube. Yay! When my lashes dry, I'm gonna complete my face with my lips, and I'm going with my Cork lip liner from MAC. And I'm using a lot of products today, okay? I'm using my Maybelline Color Jolt Intense Lipping. Yo, these limbs are so freaking long, and I'm using it in Stripped Down. Another shade named Never Bare. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this to the center of my lips. Then I'm just gonna top it off with a little bit of Marc Jacobs lip gloss, and if I could only see the name, Some Girls. That's a completed look, you guys. My fall appropriate red smoky eye look. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below more looks that you would like to see me do here on YouTube. And like I always say, makeup is always about trial and error. It's not that you take everything that I did, but you take some things and incorporate it. You don't have to do this. This is a very dramatic look, but you can try it. You understand? So thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon. Bye.